Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. So in this video, I'm going to solve one more question on LeetCode, and that'll be the maximum twin sum of a linked list. So basically, a linked list is given, and we have to return the maximum twin sum that we can of this linked list. So how we can approach this problem? For that, let's just switch to whiteboard and see what do we have in our example test cases. So we have given an input variable here. So input array so head is equals to 5421. Let's just copy and paste that here to have a better idea of whatever is going on. So head is equals to 5421. So this is our linked list. And we will have to make sure that we return the maximum twin sum of a linked list. So what is a twin sum? So twin sum is going to be basically the ith element, sum of ith element and n minus 1 minus I, ith element. So that this is the definition of a twin sum. So right, and then we can see how we can solve this problem. So 5421, 5421. If we will do, what is the size of this? Size of this linked list is 5. We can say that size is 5. And if we want to find the twin of 5, how can we do that? We will just do n, uh, which is 5 minus ith element. So ith element, what is the zeroth element here? It's 5. Sorry, not ith element, but the index I. So index I is 0, and then 1. That is going to be still. Okay, so that is here is equal to 1. Okay, sorry, the size of this linked list is not 5, it is actually 4. Let me just erase this real quick to have a better idea. Yeah. So again, so that will be n minus 1 minus ith element and the ith element. Okay, I. All right. So again, so 5, what is going to be the value of the twin of 5, which is the index 1. So if we will write the index over here, that is index 0 for now. So we are at index 0. We are at the first index of a linked list. If we want to find out the twin of this element, that will be size, which is 4 minus I currently is 0, and then 1. That is equal to 3. And then which is the third element of this linked list? The third element of this linked list is 6. Sorry, 1. And if we'll do the sum of this and this, that is going to be the sum so far is equal to 6. Now we'll move back to the next element. We'll move here 4. Okay, so now i's value is equals to 1. Okay, I is equal to 1. Now, if we want to find the twin of this element, how can we do that? The same thing, n minus 1 minus I. So n is what? 4. I, again, this time I is 1. And then we will do minus 1. So that is going to be 2. So second element. So if we look at the second index, what is the second index? Second index is this one. This one. So if we'll do the sum of 4 and 2, still the sum is equals to 4. Still the sum is equals to 6. So here, if we will have a look here, there is no other element that we can really go through and check if we are getting a maximum sum or not, because it looks like we will have the maximum sum of 6, and that's what we are asked to find. So this is how we can solve this problem. And how can we do it in the code? So that's the question, right? So basically, we can traverse our linked list from very first element to the last element, and we will make sure that we are inserting all of our elements from a linked list, inserting all the elements from linked list to a vector array. Okay, so that we can keep track of the index while doing the maximum sum, right? If we are doing that, this is the easiest way to find out the solution. So that will be, if we want to find out the sum, so that will be the ARR I plus ARR of size minus I minus 1. So this will be just if we return the maximum value of this, we'll get the twin sum of the linked list. So let's see how this can look in our actual code, so that we can have a better idea of how things are working here. So if I'll jump into the code right here, what do we need? We need to have something which can store the elements of our linked list. So that will be int res is equal to 0, and res is equals to 0, right? And then we will do vector int arr. So this is what we are going to return result, because at the end we can just make this the maximum sum, and then we can return the integer variable, that is result or res. Okay. So now the next step is to go through each element in the linked list and make sure that we are inserting those elements into our array. So if we will do this, now we head next is not equal to null. This is just the classical method of how we can traverse the element from linked list to uh, array. So we will do this basic operation where we will do this head value and then this. That looks good so far. Now we have all the elements. We have all the elements from linked list to the linked list inserted into the array. So 5, 4, 2, 1. Let's take an example here. So we have signified that head's next value is not going to be equal to null. So that means that it is not, this while loop is not actually going to the last value, which is 1. So let's first just make sure that we are traversing it correctly so that we can do head next. So till this point, every element till the second last element is inserted into the array. Now our next goal is to just make sure that we're inserting the last element as well. So how can we do that? We can just do this again, arr push back, and then we'll do head well. So that is it. Now we will need to check in an array that which is the maximum sum or not, and that will be this condition arr of 5 plus arr of size I minus 1. So let's traverse through each element in array again. So for int I is equals to 0, we can start from here. I int arr dot size by 2 I plus plus. Okay, one more thing I forgot to mention. When we are traversing back into an array, so let's say these elements are now in an array 5, 4, 2, 1. So we don't need to go through the entire array, because once it goes through this 5, 1, so for example, it goes to 5. So at the same time, it's checking the sum between the first and last element, which is 5 plus 1. And then after that, 4 plus 2. So we only need to go halfway in case of array, because once we covered the first half of elements, the next half of elements are almost are automatically going to be covered, right? So that's just the basic idea of how we can do that. So result equal to maximum of, so this is going to be arr of I plus the sum of arr dot size minus I minus 1. Okay, so that is everything for this for loop as well. So in the end, we will just need to return the result, and then we can see if this code works or not. Let's see. So as we can see that all the test cases are passed, and we can submit our code to make sure that it is not uh, creating an error for some extra extra test cases. But as we can see that this is passing all the test cases, and then we have somewhat good output as well. Okay, so that was everything from this video, and yeah, thanks so much.